What's up, guys? Wasim here. Another video for you guys. So I'm on day 3 of no food in my stomach. I was reading this book by Gregory. It's called Cookin with Mother Nature, and it inspired me to start this fast that I'm currently on. Only drinking water and fruit juices, vegetable juices. I didn't really have an end date in mind. You know, I kind of just started on Monday morning after my last meal on Sunday night, and kind of just wanted to see how long I could go before I die. No, I'm just kidding. But before, I guess I just wanted to see the benefits of fasting, prolonged fasting. I know there's intermittent fasting where, you don't eat throughout the day and you kind of have like a couple hour window where you eat. But I wanted to do the entire shebang. I didn't want to eat at all. Just a liquid diet for the past 3 days so far. Right now I do feel a bit low energy, I'm not gonna lie. Slight headache, but I mean the benefits on the other hand have been good. The main benefit I wanted to touch on, this is going to be like a pros and cons video. The main pro that I wanted to tell you guys is that I'm a lot more self-controlled, obviously, especially around food right now. But I also think it plays into factors just in general in my life right now. But, like for example, right, this morning, I knew I was fasting. So even if I was tempted, I knew I wasn't going to follow through with it. But I was doing a sales meeting with my job, and it was early in the morning, and they usually provide breakfast, right? Or any type of snacks and food and stuff. Excuse me. They gave us donuts and bagels with cream cheese, and I wasn't hungry, surprisingly, after this is my 3rd day not eating. And I was able not to eat the donuts, right? Which is kind of surprising to me, because to me, if in the past, right, if there's free food, I'm gonna eat it, right? That's kind of my motto. Right? So no matter what kind of diet or how unhealthy the stuff might be, like if they're gonna give me a donut and bagels for my morning meeting, I feel like I usually would take it, right? So that in itself, helps me practice self-control, and I want to carry that along, in multiple aspects in my life. But that's just one example. Every time I stop for gas, I always consider going into the gas station and buying like some protein shake or some protein cookie, or just, a Snickers bar every now and again. So that obviously adds up over time, just monetarily, right? I mean, I drive for work, so I'm always at the gas station, and I find myself more often than not stopping in to buy like a little $3 to $4 item from the gas station. So stuff like that, I know that if I can maintain, I don't have to necessarily be fasting all the time, but if I'm able to keep this mindset where it's like, yeah, I don't really need to stop by, then obviously my monetarily I'll benefit, and also spiritually, mentally, health wise, I'll benefit as well. I had a couple notes off the top of my head, or sorry, those are just the things off the top of my head, but I had some notes here. I also noticed one of the pros was just having more free time, right? Right when I get home from work or get home from the gym, the only thing I'm thinking about is eating. So I would usually obviously have to cook the food. So that kind of cuts out like a good 2 hours of my day, it feels like, of just having to sit down and eat, or sit down and cook. At least 1 to 2 hours every day so far, where I'm like, okay, I don't have to do this. So helps me drink a lot more water. If I do feel a bit out of it, like right now I kind of have a headache, like I mentioned, so I've been drinking a lot of water in the past like 30 minutes. So, but otherwise, I'm kind of surprised at how, like, I don't feel hungry. It's so weird. Like, hunger comes and goes. I thought when I would do this fast that I would, after like a day, I would just be hungry throughout the whole day moving forward. And like, that was the only thing I could think about. But, I noticed if I keep busy if I, you know, do stuff like this, record videos, or I'm actually working, or, you know, listen to some sort of podcast, then at my stomach, I just don't feel hungry. I don't feel that craving to go get food. But if I do drive by a billboard, or if I see, you know, someone eating in front of me, then, you know, I'm looking at that food like, damn, I'm pretty hungry right now. But in a normal setting, when I'm not, you know, stimulated by food, or or I'm busy, then I don't feel hunger, which is weird, right? Because every time I get hungry, I have to like eat something, obviously, right? That's like the natural thing to do. But I'm realizing this is the first time I've ever fasted. If you let that hunger pass, then it's not consistent, right? It's not a consistent state of mind, or, you know, it's not a consistent feeling. Once the hunger passes, it goes away. I don't know how to describe it, but I literally went 3 days with no food. The only thing I've consumed is one 12 fluid ounce vegetable green juice, and just a bunch of water. Every time I get hungry, I try to, you know, satiate that need with just water. And yeah, last night I went out for a green juice, and I feel okay. Like I thought I would feel a lot worse. Like I've had headaches like this before, where, you know, just like stressed out from work, or working too hard, or just having a long day. This doesn't feel very different from any of those. And clearly the headache isn't that bad, because I wanted to hop on this video and talk to you guys. But yeah, it's on the top of my mind. One of the cons that I've noticed, and this is like a slight con, it's not that serious, is that it takes more preparation to be social, right? So if I'm like, going out with an old friend or something, right? Usually you go out to get food, or drinks, or even alcohol, food, whatever, because that's, you know, that's what you do when you go out to catch up with friends most of the time. If you're not going to the gym, or if you're not, you know, just catching up, a quick conversation over the phone, you know, typically you go out and get some food, right? So I've just had to tell people like, hey, I'm down to hang out, don't get me wrong, but I'm fasting right now. I can't eat with you. I can't, you know, I can't drink with you. I can't do these things that we usually do together. So I guess it just takes more preparation, like, you know, bring your own, I guess, water or juice, just so that, you know, you're still involved. But yeah, those are, that's one of the biggest cons I've noticed so far, besides headaches. And yeah, it's more of a social thing, because, you know, everyone around you is going to be eating and drinking, so it's kind of tough to you know, figure your way out within that, right? But yeah, I've noticed a lot more free time, and, you know, when I do have that free time, I spend it more wisely. You know, I don't find myself like scrolling on Instagram in the past 3 days as much. I started reading more than I usually do. I go to the gym still. So yeah, I'm spending a lot of time positively, which is good. I didn't have a necessarily main goal besides to like cut weight, because I wanted to lose some weight around my belly area, my stomach area. But yeah, other than that, I just wanted to see what was going on. And, you know, if you guys have any insight on fasting, or if you guys are interested in fasting, I'm probably going to continue doing it. I've seen good benefits from it so far, and the cons aren't too bad. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.